Well, today while I'm still waiting on the transmission adapter plate to come back, my bushings for the motor mounts came in. You can see right here, these pieces here will go inside here. You can see the end. And then once the bushings are in, this piece goes through the center of these. It takes a 5/8 bolt. So you can see here, I already started on this one. I notched it out like that, radius. And then I'm gonna get the welder and put some welds on here and weld this completely. And I'm leaving this a little bit long because, like I said, without the adapter plate, I'm not sure where the motor's gonna sit yet. But once we get the motor in position and the transmission and everything set where I want it, I was gonna take that piece with the bushing welded on it. And you can see here, I already bolted these plates, 1/4-inch thick plates up against the motor, and then weld this in the center like that. And the bushing will be out here. And then I'll have tabs on the frame, so I just lower it down in and put a bolt through it. And hopefully that'll hold it in there. Well, let me get the welder fired up. I'm gonna go ahead and weld these both ends. I gotta cut the radius in this one yet and get these welded up. So once we get the adapter plate, we'll be ready to go on the motor mounts. Well, I got the ends welded on. You can see here. I just gotta cut them to length once we know where the motor is gonna be. And I went and found this piece of 2.5 by 1/4 flat bar. I'm probably gonna use this to make the tabs to weld onto the frame, but I don't want to cut them yet, again, because I'm not sure where the frame, where it's going to sit in relation to the frame. I could lower it. It'd be nice if I could put the tabs inside here and be flush with this. But again, we'll have to wait till we get the adapter plate, find out where it's going to end up. Well, I noticed the other day when I was moving the frame around that the back end wobbles a little bit back and forth. And I had the same problem with my last T-bucket. And I meant to put a panhard bar in this one. And I bought the Heim joints to do it, and I just forgot about it when I was building it. So real quick today, I'm gonna go cut 2 mounts. We'll mount one in here on the inside of the frame, and then I'll mount one down here on the rear axle and put the bar in. So let me cut some steel for the mounts. I'll see if I can hurry up and get that put in. Well, I'm gonna try to cut these freehand. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna try. Just took a socket similar to the diameter of the Heim joint. We traced it out here. I'm gonna cut to the outside. I'll do the same thing here. We'll make the 2 brackets. Well, as you can see here, they come out pretty good. Next thing is to grind off the rear housing a little bit, and I'll center it with the frame, get it centered, mark it. We'll get them tacked on there, and I'll go ahead and measure the bar once I get them tacked on, so I won't have to do any adjusting. It'll fit the first time. It should stiffen it. You can see here if I push it a little bit. I don't know if you can see in the video, but it should stiffen up the rear end quite a bit. Well, another day working on my C-Cab project. I thought I'd first take a minute and get you caught up. It's been about a week since I posted anything, and the reason is I sent the adapter plate back. If you watched my last video, sent it UPS ground. He had it in 3 days. Said he'd work on it over the weekend and was going to ship it back Monday. Well, I get the confirmation number, tracking number Monday, and he shipped it, I guess, with the post office. And the post office said that I wasn't supposed to get it until Saturday. And I'm thinking, damn, 5 days. But anyway, then what happens, I'll show you real quick. We ended up with a snowstorm. Not bad. I mean, probably about 2 inches. But my God, everything stops around here with 2 inches of snow. So the post office wasn't going to deliver. FedEx, I was expecting the rod for the pan hard bar. That was supposed to come in Friday. That got put off till Monday. Now the plate says Monday afternoon I'll have the adapter plate. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, I've been busy. I made these tabs here to mount the set of shocks. I plan on mounting them with the tabs on the rear end like that, and then this top piece is going to go up against the frame. Well, I didn't want to drill the frame, so what I did was I made these pieces, which I'm going to weld on there like that, and I got to drill and tap them. The problem was I didn't have the right size drill. This hole here is about 15 thousandths too small, and I can't get the tap to start. So this morning I went out and bought the right size drill to open these up. So first thing I'm going to do now is go ahead and drill and tap these. And while I was out, I also picked up the mount for the tail housing on the transmission, and I had the mounts made already for the motor. So we're getting there. As soon as I get the plate, we can get moving. Oh, and also, while I was looking for my shocks over there underneath my brake lathe, I found this. I had won this at a car show, the engine leveler. So I went ahead and put it on there. Hopefully it's going to work good. Well, that's where we're at now. Let me get started on drilling and tapping those pieces for the shocks. So let me see if I can get these tacked on here, or this one tacked on real quick. I hope that welder's not too loud. The fan, the cooling fan is going out with the bearings, and sometimes the thing starts screeching. I need to fix it. Well, now I got the shocks on. The only thing we got left on the, as far as I know, on the rear end is that pan hard bar, which I'm hoping will come today sometime. If it does, we'll get the brackets tacked on for that. And that should be the last thing I should have to weld on the rear end anyway. Well, I got the adapter plate back today, but we're still having problems. I don't know if you could see, but right here is where you machined off to give me some more clearance because we were hitting right here. But now you can see on the block right here, this little bump sticks out. You look on this side, it's curved. It's got a nice smooth radius here. But this one don't have a smooth radius. It's got this casting that sticks out like that. And he machined it here with a nice smooth radius. So that little bump that sticks out, I got in there with a marker and marked it, and that's where it's hitting now. So I'm gonna go get my cutoff wheel angle grinder. I talked to him about it. Rather than wait another week and ship it back, and I'm just gonna grind a little bit out and see if I can get it to clear. I'm gonna try to take some of this out with a little rotary file. And I might have to set it up in my drill press. Let me see if I can get some of it out. Ground most of it out by hand with the hand drill, but now I'm going to square it up and get it even. So I'm going to try to use it like a milling machine. Pretty nice. Let's try it there and see if it fits. Well, I didn't film the whole thing. It probably took me about 2.5 hours. I ended up cutting this little groove in right here for this in the block right here, because he had it going straight right here instead of curving. So that was the first thing that was hitting, was there. And then once I cleared that, this piece wasn't cut down enough, and it was hitting right along here. So I ended up cutting a 32nd of an inch off of this whole piece right here. So let's see if I can hold this up here. I'll show you. I got it. It's on there now, it'll fit, so. All right. The dowel pins are. There it is. Well, you can see it's pretty close. This is where I had to recut all of this. But anyway, it's on there, and just to make sure, I went ahead and turned around and tried it on the transmission. Let me put the camera down 1 second. I'll get that off of there, and then I'll show you the other side. Well, the adapter plate came with the dowel pins for the transmission, so. There you go. I checked the bolts, they line up, so everything should be good. I'm hoping now, I did the flex plate and the starter, everything else is gonna line up at the torque converter. I talked to him, the fellow at Performance Adapters, and he said that he had sold a bunch of these and never had a problem, and I'm like, I don't know if I got a one-of-a-kind block or what happened, but let's wait and see until I get it all hooked up and running. Well, this is taking a little longer than I anticipated, but we're getting there. That engine adapter plate set me back a little bit. But now I got to get it squared up, get the angle right for the engine, the trans, get this dolly out from underneath. It's going to take me a little while to get all that set up. So I think what we'll do is we'll end the video here. And I again appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, helps the channel out a lot. Comments, suggestions, always welcome. And thanks again for watching.